Alright folks, what you're going to do today is once your drawing is drawn, you can see my drawing is drawn, and I have pulled up my value planed portrait in Photopea. So I've got it here. What I am going to do today is I'm going to start drawing mine. It's a little hard to see there. I'm going to start drawing my value planes. So what you're going to do is you're going to look very closely, and I know it's kind of hard to see on this video because it's not giving you as much value as I probably should have, but I want you to look closely, and I'm zooming in right on my eye, so I'm looking very closely at my eye. I would recommend starting with your features so that they stand out. When it comes to value planes, if you see, hold on, let's see if I can get this thing to get me the right thing. Okay, here we go. I gotta get it a little closer. So if you look really closely up here, there we go. You can see how there's all these tiny little dots? Most of these you can ignore if it's in something like your forehead. But when it comes to your eye, and I gotta get this thing to focus, there we go. When it comes to your eye, you do want to get as many of these little spaces as possible. I know it's kind of hard to see in the video, but you're going to look at your eye, and actually I'm going to set this to the side so you're really looking at what I'm doing, because you can't see it anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and I'm going to say, okay, I've got a shape like this that is a 3. So I'm going to label it. 1 should be your lightest light. So if I look at this light side of my face, right in here is a 1, and then there's a big 1 space that follows the edge of my nose. And it goes down, and there's a 1. This 1 space comes over here, and it stops right here. And then up here, this comes in like this. This is a 2. This 2 follows almost the eye, and it goes up here and around, and it actually goes across my nose and up. And that's still 2. Then I'm going to go into my eye, and this circle of my eye does show up as a 5. The iris of my eye is a 4. There's a little bit of a 1 right here, but most of this down here is a 2. This 4 comes all the way over here. This in here is a 3. This, and actually that 3, sometimes you're going to be erasing some of your lines because this 3 actually goes into the 3 that becomes this shape here. So that shape there is all 3, including that little bit of the eye. Then I go up to above the eye, that's a 3. This is a 2. My eyebrow is a 5. And I get that shape. So what you're going to do, and then this eyelid I see because this 3 extends into it. Really what you're making, just like we looked at when we looked at those celebrity value planes, and this is a 2, is you're looking at making this into your own color by number. There, this here comes over, and there's a big 1 here, and you're going to go across each of your features. You're going to look for your value planes. Where do they end? When it comes to your hair, and I'm going to do the little section of hair that you can see right over here. When it comes to your hair, for the most part, your hair is probably darker than your skin. So your hair is probably in your 4, 5, 6 range, maybe a little bit of 3s. So I'm going to say my hair as a whole is a 4. But then I have right here, I have a little section that kind of looks like a line. That's a 3, and then right along here, along the edge of my head, I have a 5. I have a little bit of a section here, that's a 3. So depending on the shape, there's a little section here. The way your hair is styled, that's a 5. Depends on how many of these little shapes you're going to see. But you want to make sure all of your hair kind of has a variety of shapes in it, but they can be a little bit more abstract. Just like your forehead can be a little bit less close, but you see all those shades that happen in my eye. The shades are going to really happen in those eye regions, in your nose region, and the area around your mouth and chin. You're going to want to do your hair, face, neck, and shoulders. Do not worry about your background right now. You're going to ignore it. So once you have all of that done, that is the next step.